Welcome to the Fermented Homestead. My name is Anna, and on this channel I like to share my learning journey of turning our home into a homestead. And today we are doing our weekend vlog, and it is super late. It is 10:55 at night. So tonight we're just going to go ahead and get a couple of things out of the way that I want to get taken care of, because tomorrow should be a very, very busy day. I have a lot of stuff planned for tomorrow. I'm going to bring you along for all of it. So I'm just going to get a couple things, get a head start on some stuff, and I'll show you what I'm up to. So the first thing that I'm going to do is kombucha. I am a terrible kombucha owner. I will link a video here where I show you how I revived my SCOBY after neglecting it for 6 months. And I did fairly well on it for a while, but since probably about a month before we moved, I haven't touched it. And so I think it's been probably at least 3 months since I've done anything with my kombucha at all. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and get the starter tea going with this, and then we'll just let it cool off overnight. So I'll just show you real quick, simple, some quickness. So now that we have the kombucha all ready to go and it's just going to cool off overnight, and we'll deal with that in the morning. Now it's on to making the kefir. If you're interested in how I make kefir, I'll go ahead and link a video that I made a while back on how I make it. Nothing's really changed. I pretty much just do the same exact things, and pretty much every night, maybe every other night, but generally every night. Welcome back. Good morning. It's the next day. Well, almost pretty much morning. It's 11:25 here. I had to go to town to get a bunch of errands and stuff done, do a little bit of shopping, and so now I'm back and ready to tackle the day today. I am just going to bust through as much on my list as I possibly can. We need to finish off the kefir. We need to make some laundry soap. We're out of laundry soap. Probably some dish soap as well. We need to cook a bunch of stuff, make dinner, do a bunch of make ahead kind of breakfast sort of meals, maybe even some snacks. And I'm just gonna do as many things as I possibly can until I run out of time, and then we're just gonna stop. The first thing that we're gonna go ahead and do, we got this half and half for free, and it is expired. And so we get this quite frequently, just expired milk. It's not anything crazy, and they're almost every single time they're perfectly fine. But this is a lot of half and half to go through on expired milk before it actually goes bad. So what I like to do is freeze it. I kind of portion it up in individual little portions, and I just stick them in the freezer, and we can pull them out one by one. And then that way the whole batch won't go bad, but you know, if a little bit of it goes bad before we use it, it's not such a big deal. And the way that I usually do it in the past is I just put them into the wide mouth pint jars and stick them in the freezer that way. But that just takes up so much space, and it also takes up my jars. And I don't want to do that this time, so I want to try a different way of doing it. One thing that I would like to try in the future is getting those silicone molds that have kind of the larger holes in them. But right now I don't have that. So what I'm going to try and do is just portion it out in probably a cup each, and just put them in a Ziploc and freeze them flat so that they can defrost fairly easily, and then we'll just pour it into jars and use it that way. So let's see how that goes. Haha, nope. That one smells perfectly fine. And I just like to try and make sure I get as much air out of it as I possibly can. And we'll just freeze it flat like that. The next thing on my to-do list is making laundry soap. So we're gonna go ahead and bust that out. If you are interested in how I actually make laundry soap, I'll go ahead and link a video up there in how I do it. It's pretty quick, simple video, very easy to do, and it works pretty well. When we were moving, somehow my soap food processor, somehow I think it got donated or something because it was pretty crummy. But it worked and it was free, so I'm kind of bummed. But we're just gonna have to try and improvise today and try and get this done as mixed as I possibly can, because I'm not gonna use my regular food processor for this. So that's a lot of laundry soap, and that's what we're gonna deal with. You can probably see why I usually like to do it in little batches with my food processor, but I don't have it, so we're just gonna have to make the best of what we can. And this is gonna get really dusty, and I don't want it all over my house, and I don't wanna have to breathe it. So I'm gonna take this outside, mix it up, and then I'll be back. So now we just portion it into our soap container. So laundry soap's done. Now I'm gonna go do a little laundry. I'll be back. While we have all the soap stuff out, I may as well make some dish soap. Now we're stocked up on soaps for a while, and if you do make this version of you're interested in this version, it's just 1 cup of washing soda, half a cup of citric acid, a 1/4 cup of salt, and then whatever kind of essential oil that's antibacterial or something like that that you wish to add to it. Oftentimes I don't do any without. The little bit that was in the bottom here, I didn't put any essential oil in it. It seems to work well, and it's cheap and I like it, so I use it. And I just use the same as the laundry soap. Just, a kind of a level teaspoon or spoon. I think this is about a tablespoon and a half. I don't actually know what the measurement is on this spoon. We just got it with something, and so I use it. So now we got dish soap 2 to go for a while. So this kombucha has been sitting in both of my living rooms, the one I had before and then this one. And I honestly don't know how long it's been since I've actually done anything with the kombucha SCOBY. I would guess about 3 months or so. And this is the same SCOBY that I revived a while ago after I'd let it be for like 6 months. So I really don't even know if this is a viable and usable SCOBY, but I really want to find out. I don't want to spend the money if I don't have to, but if I do, then I will. And I think probably part of my problem with this is that I made such a big batch for somebody who I'm the only one who drinks it. So I think I'm probably going to downscale to probably like gallon batches at a time and just do it, kind of get in a rhythm like I do with my Kefir, and just get on like a weekly schedule or a bi-weekly schedule, however much I like. I've never actually figured out exactly how long I like to let this go for, because it's so sporadic, and I'm a horrible SCOBY owner. Like, it's terrible. I'm really good at the regular, like every day, like you need to do this, but it's like when you need to do something once a week or once every other week, that's when it kind of can get a little bit sketchy and I totally just lose track. So I'm gonna try and get on a better schedule with this, and so we're just gonna go ahead and unveil this thing. I'm gonna show you the monstrosity that I have created, and we'll try and save it. So you can see there's like just a ridiculously stupid, there's at least 3 inches of SCOBY in there. And so I'm gonna have to peel this thing apart. I'm gonna feed this kombucha to my blueberry bushes, and then the SCOBYs I'm probably just gonna throw in the compost bin. And we're gonna kind of go from there. I don't have chickens just yet, so I can't feed them to any animals, so I can't feed the SCOBY to them. So this is just gonna have to go towards our garden next year. And so let's get started. I'm gonna go wash my hands, and then we're gonna get going. All right. Okay. I'll burn your nose hairs right there. Wow. Okay. Get that off. Let's do this. Let's get this sucker out of here. I'm really nervous. I don't know why. Okay. I hate touching these things. Here. So I don't know if it's gonna come through on camera, but you can see how much more, or how much, I don't know, less particles are in here, and they're not quite so like together, and just, it looks cleaner. But I did drop the strainer in there a couple of times, so I'm gonna go ahead and warm this up again and run it through one more time just to make sure that I get everything out of there that I possibly can. So that's kind of boring, and so I'm gonna go ahead and just shut off the camera, and I'll bring you back when I'm on to my next project.